executive producer Azariah Milan Cartagena. We are obviously very, very early today. The reason why, when you watch the finals tonight, the Miami Heat and the Lakers, I will be one of the bobbleheads in the crowd. So I got to sign up. I got to get on that computer early, like 8:30. So Wild Cherry Fridays will be over by 8:30 because I'm going to be at the actual. Today signifies it's been around 7 months since coronavirus plagued the world. And we're back at square one. And so the president of the United States of America has told us that he and the first lady have coronavirus. He went to Walter Reed Hospital. Now, 4 months, the president has refused to wear a mask. His crew has refused to wear a mask. When I get around a lot of my friends who love the president, and believe me, I have some friends who are Republican who love the president, they refuse to wear a mask and they think it's a hoax. I went to a very good friend of mine's restaurant who I love to, I don't even want to explain this to you. No one had a mask. And so, on earth, you hear, for a matter of time, all of us are going to die. It's what you do in that dash from when you were born till you leave. What you do in that dash while you're here present, that counts for yourself, your reputation, your legacy. So I called a bunch of my friends because I could not believe the president caught COVID. So I'm calling school teachers and friends of mine, legit people, nice people. And unfortunately, some of them said, I hope he dies. Real shit. And I checked them, I said, yo, hold up. It's a lot of people I don't like. It's a lot of things I don't like about people, but I never wish nobody bad. And these are beautiful people came back and told me, no, I hope he died. And so I'm going to tell you now, I never believe in wishing anybody bad, no matter what. And so what I am wishing is that the president survives and the FLOTUS survives. And, you know, when you have a life-changing event to where you almost die and you near death, even if he's asymptomatic, even if he doesn't have all the symptoms, even if he don't go on a respirator, God forbid, you have a life-threatening moment in your life. I hope it will let him see the inner him and he could change and say to himself, I got to change what I've been doing out here. I have to change. Shout out to Amala Negada. Happy birthday. I see you on the check-in. And Versace Mansion and all that. And so maybe when you have a life-threatening moment, maybe he'll change and try to come and rewrite some of his moves he made in the past. And we can't forget that he would not denounce white supremacists. We can't forget that he called all Mexicans drug dealers and rapists. We can't forget that they were separating families at the border. We won't forget. And you look at this situation, you say to yourself, let's be honest, because we've been taking COVID serious, but we've been moving too. So with the mask on, whatever, but every now and then you're talking to some of your friends, you don't know where they've been, and you hanging out with them. So we've been laxed a little. But now, the president gets COVID. This is very real. Shout out to how he treated Puerto Rico as well. He went over there in the hurricane and threw paper towels at my people. So, I'm not going to lie to you guys. You can call me a sheep. You can call me non-woke. You could call me whatever. I prayed for the president and his wife because I don't wish nobody wrong. But I'm going to vote for Joe Biden. And so, hopefully this time I have him really look at himself. Because I'm sure we can't force everybody's opinion. But when we die, damn, man, I don't think it'll feel so good knowing that people are actually celebrating your death. And I'm not talking about ignorant bums. I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about decent people with families and good jobs and everything who's like, yo, I want him to die. Some deep shit. Really, really deep shit. Everybody, COVID-19 is real. Wear your mask. Clean your hands. Do whatever you got to do. You heard that. Now let's move it over to Conspiracy Joe. Conspiracy Joe says, we've seen this guy do everything on the planet Earth. Lying is not a problem. He does it fluently. Suppose he was getting such bad responses. So when you look at the debate, he did so bad and was so disgraceful that I checked Fox TV, which is his channel, and they was chewing him up saying that, yo, this is disgraceful. This ain't president-like. Why he just didn't denounce white supremacists. It was looking real bad. And this guy is the king of making all the news about him. So now he has COVID. Suppose he ain't really got COVID. Suppose this is to divert attention. It's 1 month to go. The polls were showing that he's going to lose. Maybe we feel more sympathetic for him. Maybe he's on the news 24 hours a day for the next 2 weeks. And so even if Joe Biden is throwing fireworks, he won't get no attention. We gotta stay woke. And I don't want to use that word as a cliche. But you gotta stay woke. And so Conspiracy Joe says we got to vote more than ever. I ain't never been more confused and certain in my life. Because I say, damn, the president caught COVID. This reminds me of when I was a kid and President Reagan got shot. I'm looking at him in the hell. I'm like, damn, the president. And at the same time, in the back of my mind, Conspiracy Joe was saying, man, this guy's pulling another one on us. This guy is making another mockery out of us. Go tell that I'm on. And so, Biden has denounced them. Biden is not with white supremacists. You guys got to stop. And obviously, we wish him the best, his wife the best, his family the best, everybody who got sick. Speedy recovery, but hoping that God has shed some light on him and he can finally change his ways. Because this country is ripping apart. Kenny Burns, what's up, my brother? It's almost 3 years since the Hurricane Maria ransacked Puerto Rico. I want to do a whole show on this. You know, probably with Ruben Diaz, the Bronx Borough president, and just you people, everybody from New York who came together. My sister Remy, Kevin Hart, bunch of celebrities came together, Romeo Santos, and we told everybody come to Jacob Javits, and the whole New York City was collecting, you know, food and collecting women's hygienes and canned foods and all this thing. And I remember I told Jay-Z I needed his help. He said he's going to put up the first plane, and the airplane that fills 250,000 pounds of food or whatever you have. We didn't fill up one plane. We filled up 4. Food, water, women hygienes, Pampers, you name them, generators. And that wasn't just me. That was all of us came together. So I want to do a whole show on how everybody came together. Where you seen the abuelitas come through with 2, 3 cans of spaghetti, 2, 3 cans of water. And as a group effort, I mean, I'm talking about strip clubs, the tow truck drivers. Everybody came together and unified as one. And we're grateful to everybody who put up time, effort, goods for Puerto Rico. But sometime next week, I'm going to go in detail and let people tell their different stories. You know what's crazy is in the Jacob Javits Center, they called me, and one 18-wheeler came, and it was a Hasidic Jews, and they unloaded it. And when the 18-wheeler pulled out, another 18-wheeler came, and it was Muslim brothers from the FOI donated a whole 18-wheeler. So it just, everybody came together. And if you know the history of that, you would know what I'm talking about. Tonight, Wild Cherry Fridays, shout out to Fan Mio. If you want to connect one-on-one, I got a story of redemption. I got a story of change. See, in America, we say people change, but we never really believe that. People never really believe that, especially the system. Yo, what's up, my brother?
Up, man. Thank you for having me here.
How do I say your name? Cos Marte, right?
Cos Marte.
Cos Marte Dominicano. My brother, I was watching. First of all, shout out to my brother Pistol Pete. He has a thing he does on justice reform and people who were inmates and they came out of jail and how they changing their lives and the shit they went through there. I want to plug you in with Pistol so you can do his show on YouTube. But I slipped into Vice and I saw your story and it said millionaire kingpin at teenage years. And I watched it, me and my daughter. And your story was very similar to my story, right? Different, but similar. You know, fortunately for me, I quit before I got caught and I started making music. And just like a fairy tale or a Robin Hood story, I got out. All my friends are still in jail from back in 88, 89. My best friend is doing life in jail. Like, so when I was watching your story, I was like, wow, when I was watching your story, I was like, wow, like I understand this story too well. So you from the Lower East Side.
Yep. Yep. Hell yeah.
How much money you had, and what was the youngest age that you made that money?
So at 19, I was making over $2 million a year. So we changed the way we in the early 2000s. So you remember when the LES changing up, all the hipsters started moving down there. Before Williamsburg, Lower East Side became the first hip neighborhood. Started getting priced out, so everybody started moving to Williamsburg. But this was like 2002, 2003, 2004, around there. And so once and we changed the game up from dealing on the corner. You know, we were just selling 20 bags on the corner.
Hold up. So you and your man Joe.
Yeah.
How much more time Joe got?
So Joey was locked up. He did 9 years, but so we were in and out of the system. He got locked up while he was on parole. So he had a flatbed, and when you have a flatbed and you have post-release, he had 2 years on post-release left. So they added those 2 years on top of his 7 years. So we both had, but he got.
So I bring up your man Joe because what I seen in you guys, right? And everybody, we're not just glorifying hustling, selling drugs. You're gonna see the end result. You're gonna see why I brought my brother on here. And people have to see that. Because even if you out there scamming, if you out there selling drugs right now, if you in the hood tuning into Joe Crack and the Big Show, this is for you to listen to. This is for you to understand that what you're doing out there is actually hard to sell drugs.
Hell
because
yeah.
You got to find the person to get it. You got to stay out there 24 hours a day. You got to market and promote and brand the shit. Then you got people who want to rob you and kill you. Then you got the feds who want to put you in jail.
Yep. And your product.
And in there, you get to buy some Gucci or Louis.
Yep. That's right.
And so you and Joey were up 24 hours a day hustling. You said your man Joey didn't even want to go upstairs because there was so much money on the block. He would take shits on the street. Is this true?
In between the cars, we would brush our teeth with quarter water. We would just, we had this feeling, and I've never met anybody that had that money mentality like I did. Like we had a cold heart, which was not, now I met you, so, but we had a real cold heart back in the day. But it didn't matter, like, whether we hurt somebody or we sold drugs to somebody that was already sick or we saw somebody overdose. It was just about paper. Unfortunately, it was in a bad way, but it was nonstop. It was this hunger that I had inside.
And that's the hunger
that were procrastinators. I hated people on the block not doing shit.
That's the hunger that anybody who makes it legitly, anybody that comes from humble means and makes it legit, whether they're a baker, a mechanic, an entrepreneur, whether they sold drugs, whatever, they knew they had what it took. They didn't want to be broke. And they knew they were going to do whatever it took to get that money. Now, you had the eye of the tiger. I had the eye of a tiger. So let me tell you my shitting in between cars, because that was the special part where you was like, he wouldn't even go upstairs. I know the story. I grew up so poor. And I grew up in a part of the Bronx. See, you were lucky. Because the Lower East Side, before you was born, was always a cluster. People would go there and buy big drugs and take it out of town or whatever. It was always a drug neighborhood. So there was money in your hood. You grew up in a hood that had tons of money in there with drugs. Me, I grew up in a hood that you could have bought the best drugs and you couldn't make $1. Don't ask me why, because I tried, right? Yep. We just couldn't make money in my hood. So I had to go to other hoods, which was even more dangerous, to open up shop or whatever. But I'll tell you a story. One time, when I was hustling, in the streets, and I was always like, similar to you, a boss. because you always, you said you wouldn't go hand in hand. You'll throw it off. You just, you know, we always just thought like boss. This is why I love your story. And even as a young kid, 15, 16 years old, I wasn't going hand in hand. I always had a picture, a lookout. I ran it, right? So I remember one time in the area I was at, and I was in the area in the Bronx, I'm not going to say where the shit was like Wall Street with drugs, similar to the Lower East Side. Before your time, because you came up at the time, Fat Joe was already rapping. You already knew Lean Back and all that. But when I came up, so long story short, like about 3 to 10 Dolphins had overdosed and died. So the National Guard came and shut the whole 10-block radius down. So it was army on every corner. And no one would hustle because everybody was scared to death. And I remember going in the Strat's crib, Fat Joe, pulling out 10 G's of brick and coming out knowing that the National Guard is on this corner, this corner, this corner, and coming out there and serving myself. And it was tearing it up. And I did that maybe like 3 times in one day. The last time I came, the DTs jumped, but they caught the wrong guys. They went for the wrong guys, and I got out. But what I'm trying to tell you is the hunger, the greed, the unstoppable. I refuse to be a bum and them tell me I can't hustle and do it myself. So I know what you mean when you said, yo, I wasn't stopping at nothing. My man would take a shit in between the cars, and you was making millions of dollars, yep. And you refused to stop, yep. Right? Another yep. Story you had. But
right? we were living in a van on a corner nonstop, staying up for 3, 4, 5 days. You know, we didn't use coke. We started taking no-dose pills just to stay up because we're like, yo, if we lose sleep or somebody closes their eyes, somebody in this corner is gonna walk by. We're not gonna lose that dollar. We don't know we're gonna lose that opportunity.
I never heard that before in my life. That one right there, I never heard. I remember one Christmas, you know, I was real greedy. So I remember one Christmas I went out there and I opened up shop because you know we had shop. I don't like to elaborate on that because maybe in the Fat Joe book I'll really elaborate. But we had our own block. And I went out there on a Christmas Eve. Because, you know, Christmas, you want that money. You know, but you giving all the presents. For some reason, the hood, we love to give presents on Christmas Eve when we got it. So I'm out there. It's a snowstorm, bro. The biggest. I mean, the snow is up to my knee. I got the cup of oodles and noodles. But I'm out there by myself, being greedy. Not with the crew, not with everybody. I want to open up shop by myself out there, right? You know what the picture, you know, whatever, this, that. So we out there, we clocking, just going crazy, making crazy money, right? Bro, 2 cops come on the block, uniformed cops. I'm watching them from the corner. Bro, they was out there for about a whole hour, looking through the snow, checking the light pole, checking the this. Bro, they found the stash of money, bro. I seen them high-five each other and walk off with my Christmas money. And I was like, yo, ain't this some shit? I guess I shouldn't have been out here. God ain't want me to be out here. They took my shit. You know, and they kept it moving. And it bugs me out when you tell a story that you finally went to your mother and father's house, who your mother was a school teacher. Your father owned the bodega?
He worked in the bodega. He owned the bodega afterwards, but he worked in the bodega in East New York back in the day.
Could you tell a story about when you was working in the street for like 3 days straight and you went to your mother's house and you was sleepwalking?
Yeah, so it's crazy. So I'm up for so many days. Like there was times I would just like sit on the stoop and my eyes were closing. Like, yo, I got to get back up, and I'll just like, you know, start drinking Pepsi, Coca-Cola, you know, just stay up. And I remember I was like, yo, I'm gonna go home real quick. Sat on the couch, just like 6 in the morning, And I'm like, I'm gonna go upstairs. That right now. Started watching some TV, and I dozed off. And then I woke up, and I just see mad crack on the floor, like all over the floor. And my dad walked in the apartment, and he was like, "What the fuck?" Like, he woke me up. He was like, "Yo, you got to get this shit out of here." And my dad was just like more of a practical person. He knew I was out there in the street, even when I was a kid. You know, he was just like, "Yo, don't get caught on the wrong thing." Like my dad would never snitch me out. My dad would never call the cops on me. You know, there's parents out there, they'd rather see their kid locked up, you know, make sure they're safe, than be out there in the street. But my dad was just like, "Yo, you making money, like, do your thing. I can't stop and control you." So all the bags were all around. There was bags in the kitchen and the bathroom, and taking a broom.
So basically, you came home after 3 days. You had $50,000 worth of crack cut up in bottles and in bags, and you didn't know you were so tired. You slept walk, and you just had bad cracks all over in your family's house. You woke up. I mean, was you embarrassed though? Was you like embarrassed?
I was embarrassed, but for me, I was just on this mentality that I didn't really give a fuck, you know. But I was embarrassed because my dad was a hard worker, even though he's, you know, done his thing. But he came over here, like, you know, to give us a better future. You know, like my dad, my little brother's a local politician downtown now. Like my sisters became, you know, execs. One of my oldest sisters, she became the first Hispanic woman to become executive director at Goldman Sachs. You know, so we grew up.
You're a very intelligent family, and you hustlers. And bro, you're a big deal. That's why you on the show. The people come on this show, they running for president. The people come on this show is Dr. Fauci. I don't know if you viewed who we have on here. The Mike Tysons, the Floyd Mayweathers. You're a big deal, bro. You're on here for a reason. You're a big deal too. But let me tell you something, right? So you get into, you are the first person to Uberize selling drugs.
Yeah.
So now hold on 1 second. Street guys are for people hustling, getting money in the streets. Just realize that you could be a street kid like him and actually Uberize, meaning he created an Uber system before Uber existed to hustle and sell drugs. Break that down to us, my brother.
So we made 10,000 business cards, and I distributed to every person that I thought was using drugs. So we used to go up to people and be like, "Yo, I got coke, I got coke." But before we even went and took it to that level, we were like, "Yo, what's up, buddy? How's it going?" You know, I did my like white talk. You know, I was like, "Hey, buddy, how's it going, man? You want to smoke some bud?" And then I'll give him like a little joint, and then it'll be like, "My God, this is good." I'd be like, "Well, we have a 24-hour drug delivery service. You know, we deliver anytime, anywhere. Just hit us up, tell a friend, blah, blah, blah." Give them the card. Our phone started blowing up. Like, I had 1,500 contact numbers on each phone, and I had to continuously get new phones because it was not where you hold like 20 numbers. It was only like you maxed them out at 1,500, 2,500 contact numbers. And so we had to continuously get new numbers, but kept the old number and kept ringing. So all my boys that were on the block, not doing, procrastinating, smoking, you know, wasting their lives on the corner. Joey used to be like, "Yo, what the fuck? You ain't doing nothing with your life. Yo, get your ass moving." I was pushing those, "Yo, get a bike, I get you a car, you know, go to delivery, blah, blah." And we started giving everybody next. And from there, just started blowing up with our phone.
But so you provided a delivery service. Your whole block was riding bikes and cars, just delivering to random people that were just calling you, who took the card and be like, "Yo, I need something over here." And you guys were just serving them like it was like a cab, like a livery service.
For example, somebody would call me, be like 23rd and 5th. and I'll be picking up 2 phones at the same time, 23rd and 5th, 14th and 6th. Give me 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Once this person once my driver is there, they'll hit me up next cell. Yo, I'm downstairs. All right, he's in a red Impala on the northwest corner. You know, meet him outside. This guy's double parked on the southwest corner. Meet him outside. Just like stop, like hitting up with the next cell. It was a crazy, crazy time. And then I'm just home. I'm home with a pad. At one time, I had a easel board where we had a chart, and whoever called, we were writing it down. Boom, boom. How much? Boom, boom. This person made this much. Taking quotas, and then we would just keep the books on a couple.
You know, you got so big, right? That did you even know you was under surveillance at the time? Did you even? Do you know who told on you? Did somebody tell on you, or they just caught you?
Somebody told on me. Somebody told on me. So they had an investigation for a whole year, but they first locked up one of the guys that was making the deliveries for me, right? They had to put in the precinct for like 12 hours, interrogating him, blah, blah, blah. And then once they get to the crib, I had a stash house on back in the Bronx, on the east side. And they get to the crib, they knock down the door, they bring me upstairs, they're like, where the drugs are. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is you talking about. I had probably like 500 pairs of Jordans. That's how I started Combody. We sold all my Jordans to Combody. That's another story. But yeah, I get upstairs, I'm in cuffs, and the cops are like, you know, looking for the drugs. And one detective comes up, he's like, I know where all the drugs are, you know, and they just pour, and he right to the corner where the box of Jordans was, and they opened it up, half, all bagged up.
You know, we had similar to you. We were just, you know, we grew up bums, man. We didn't have nothing. At least your mother was a school teacher. Your father, like, we didn't have that. We had like, we hustled and we made a lot of money, and we didn't know what to do with it. We just had sneaker boxes of money in the projects because I refused to move out the projects. And I remember we was just buying the dumbest shit. Cars and cars and cars. We had so many cars, bro. It's like we didn't know about stocks or investing in the business, or we was just street kids getting a lot of money, and we couldn't even buy we were that dumb. We didn't know to buy property. We didn't know to expand. We didn't have a cousin that was a lawyer. We didn't have that. So we basically were wasting our time. So I'm watching. Everybody, if y'all want to see after this, they have a whole episode on Kaz in Vice TV. You can see it on YouTube. Amazing. I'm watching even at this point, okay? And I noticed it was the state that caught you, not the feds, right?
Well, the feds caught me, but they turned it into a state case.
Thank God, right? So, because you know the states, they hit you with a bigger, some you get in the feds 7 years 7 years in the state, in the feds, they'll give you 37 years. Yeah. So the guidelines are different. So thank God you got in the state. I know the jail was harder, but thank God, right? But at that point, Fat Joe, who changed his life, who hustled, who did everything you could think of, I was looking at you and I said, this guy ain't gonna stop selling drugs. I was like, we'll see him again. This story continues. He came out of jail. He's coming out of jail. This guy's going to go back to selling drugs, right? So you go in jail, you heavy set like me, and then you just get to working out because they tell you, yo, you're going to catch a heart attack or something, right? So break down to me the process of you being heavy, getting into working out. Who trained you in there? How did you learn to stay healthy in jail? How did you know that carbs was sugar and make you fatter and this? How did you learn all that?
So this was not my first time I was locked up. You know, I was in and out of the system since I was 13. At 19, I did, you know, I was making a lot of money, but I did a short bid. I won a job. And you know, shock incarceration camp, you know, you 6 months, you come home. But I came home and I was like pretty fit, and in shock, you're working 2-3 hours a day. You know, I was sentenced to 3. You know, on your first bid, you're getting that deal, but you get like 6 months you out. So I did 11 months at the time. So I did shock right away, came home fit. Then I came back to the block, and Joey, the first day, Joey rings my mom's doorbell. Yo, come downstairs. He passes me. He gave me keys to Navigator, Brembo 7 Navigator, and you know, girls, all this crazy shit. And we just went back to the block, and it was a wrap. Then after that,
let me ask you something. You go to Casa Adela?
oh yeah.
Ay, ay, ay. That's the best Puerto Rican food in the world. Like that's the best Puerto Rican food in the world. Casa Adela in the Lower East Side. Shout out to them. So,
but they got me fat, yo. I started eating like crazy. And when I went inside the last time, doctors told me my cholesterol levels were so high that I might die of a heart attack. They suggested to like eat correctly and work out. I already knew how to work out, but I knew I needed to eat correctly. So I knew, you know, that I shouldn't be eating the honey buns in the commissary. I shouldn't be eating all the sweets and all that shit. So I left all that stuff alone. Stopped drinking the sperm killer juice that was up north, you know. And I just started working out obsessively, and I lost pounds just running.
But who taught you, like in jail, like when I ain't do time like you, I only did 4 months. But in here, I had a trainer.
Yeah.
His name, shout out to him, his name was Hollywood. So Hollywood had burpee Saturdays where everybody do the burpees. It was almost like a yoga class for girls, but cop diesel guys in the Fed pen working out. And every day I worked out with him, and it was like, he taught me, even to this day I worked out. I call it my jail workout, where I'm doing different calisthenics and I'm running, I keep it moving, and then I'm doing the jumping jacks, and then I'm doing the jumping up and down. I'm doing.
You got to try the ConBody workout, man.
I am, though. I promised myself when I come to New York, I'm going to the ConBody. So you get out of jail. You are used to money, brother. You are used to money and you love money.
Yep.
But you decided to say, that's it. My life of crime is over. But being that you knew branding and marketing, and people need to learn the way people really get rich and really become billionaires is they use certain things that you have to use, and you almost notice it's a necessity. And so you say, when you get the opportunity, you say, I'm going to make a product like that. I'm going to make, because I got to buy it every week. So you said, I'm out of jail, I'm fit, I learned, I know all the routines. And so how do you come up with Jim ConBody?
The idea came when I was in the box. I was in solitary confinement in Lakeview. I got a problem with an officer. He beat the crap out of me. I ended up, you know, sitting in the box. And I'm in solitary, and I had a spiritual awakening that changed my whole concept in life. And I read the Bible from front to back. I realized what I was doing was wrong. Started thinking about and reflected about my son. You know, I didn't want him to grow up without a father. And I said, I vowed. I said I was not going back, but I wanted to give back to society in a certain way. And ConBody came as a light bulb. I was already helping the dudes in the yard. We were working out together, and I was like, yo, I want to start this boot camp when I came home. So I wrote out like this whole workout routine. The book is available on Amazon, called ConBody, but I wrote out a whole 90-day workout routine, came home, and I just started seeing the whole neighborhood switch up, because back before I even got locked up, there was no females wearing yoga pants running down the block. You know, like the whole fitness community was like, yo, there's a market out here. And I was on the corner in the park, in Christie Street Park, and I took a broken piece of pipe, started doing pull-ups right there, and just going up to people saying, yo, what's up? You want to do the boot camp? I already had my target market that I had in mind. I wanted to work out these young professionals, people that had money. It was basically, there was people that bought clothes back in the day that worked out with me today, which is crazy, you know? So we changed We just changed the product, but kept the same target market.
And so you designed your gym, you opened a gym, and you designed it to look like a jail.
Yep.
And you called it Con Body.
Yep.
And so now these white people who live in gentrification down in the Lower East Side and all that,
yep,
they like to work out, and they're like, damn, I want to know, all these guys come home from jail, cock diesel, six-packed up. Maybe I need to learn that routine. And
yep,
so you set up this program, and now it's the talk of the Lower East Side, and
yep,
now you got all type of customers, white, black, Spanish, and the unique thing is, tell them who you hired.
yeah. The only people that work with us is formerly incarcerated people. There's only one person that got Scotty G. He's a white Jewish kid that's my CFO. He's handling all my money. But yeah, so everybody else is formerly incarcerated. I want to change the perspective of how people view formerly incarcerated people. You know, most of the time they have this known perception. Somebody they watch TV been locked up as locked up caged animals. They're dumb. The smartest people I've met in my life have been incarcerated. You know, we just need to change and give that opportunity. I actually started this nonprofit called Second Chance Studios, where we're not only giving people manual labor jobs working in gyms, we want to teach them like technical skills, getting to podcasting, audio engineering. We're starting this whole crazy program now. So you can check that out on my personal.
And so that's like, you know, Wyclef told me one time, he said, yo, Joe, you very Malcolm X-ish. And I said, well, you know, Malcolm X, that's different, right? And he said, but I watched you for years get guys that did mad years in jail and got locked up and hired them and changed their lives, and they became part of your crew and this and that. And so he's right, as where you a person where most of these guys that come home from jail, they don't have an opportunity or they don't have a job waiting for them. And let's be clear, jail is not rehabilitation for nothing. Mm-hmm. Jail is a warehouse where they house humans like cattle. We're no different than cows, where they put a number on a cow, brand them, and in fact, you learn worse shit in jail than when you went in there.
Yep, yep.
So the fact that you provide a situation where if a guy's a great trainer could come home and get a job, I mean, that speaks volumes to you turning your life around.
The most beautiful thing is that we've hired 47 people and none of them have gotten back. So we have a 0 recidivism rate, and there's no program out there that can say that. You know what I mean?
And it's sad because the only reason I pulled you on here, to be honest with you, besides that your story's amazing, is that people honestly are watching and don't believe that people can change. And this is a constant struggle I have. I tell people, Fat Joe does not think like the Fat Joe when I was 18 years old. I'm a grown man, got a family, got the, you know, and people they feel like you could never change. And to the people who are selling drugs now, to the scammers out there, whatever, who's watching, because I know you'll fuck with Joe Crack. Know that what you're doing, if you find a way to make that work ethic and your ideology, flip it legit somehow like he did, you can build your own company and be a success story. A lot of our guys are very intelligent, but they don't believe or have the means or the know-how to execute the plan. See, growing up in the projects, you would have never knew Jay-Z would be a billionaire, huh? If Jay-Z would have grew up and said, yo, I'm gonna just stay on welfare, I'm not, we would have never known his greatness. We would have never known 50 Cent's greatness, and so on that I don't even know their names, right? So we are led to believe that we are inferior and that what we say or we do, we can't really manifest it. But your story's amazing, bro. I look for you to be more and more and more and more and more successful. When I come back to New York and this COVID's over, I'm coming to Con Body. What's the address of Con Body?
121 Ludlow Street. We're right by Delancey Street.
And let me tell you something. I'm coming in there, but
Thank
I'm gonna be in. I'm working out every day, but I'm coming in there. I know you're gonna try to whip my ass, but I'm coming in Con Body.
We could do something virtually too. This is not a Peloton bike. I see you on your Peloton bike. You know, this is real shit. We do. We actually do a lot of classes virtually too. So, you know, we have a video online subscription model too, that people could subscribe for $14 a month. But yeah.
So they can contact you on Instagram at Con Body. Where else?
Con Body, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I mean, I'm on TikTok, whatever you think and made up, I'm gonna be on there. I'm just gonna promote as much as possible. You know, Second Chance Studios is our other handle, our nonprofit that we just started.
Bro, let me tell you something. You're gonna be big. Keep going.
Not
You're gonna be even bigger.
Not stopping.
It's your destiny, bro. I'm telling you. I know what I'm talking about. Keep going. It's your destiny. You're gonna be big. I mean big.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, my brother. Stay up, Kaz. God bless. And you don't know who I know. And so the man Kaz, you can see his story in more detail on Vice TV. The man's brilliant. He's a genius. We wouldn't know that though. So he went on the street. He did the wrong thing and learned marketing and promotion and how to hustle and created his own brand, Con Body. You go in the gym, it looks like jail. Who knew so many people want to know how to work out like guys in jail? And so a lot of times the blessing is right there. You see it every day. The blessing's right in front of you. Like me, it took COVID for me to come on here on IG and talk to y'all. But I've been talking shit for years. I never knew the blessing was right there. And so you speak it into existence. You pretty much got to brainwash yourself to not give up. And act on it. I'm a fan of this guy. Ruben Diaz, next week we're going to have a whole special episode on Puerto Rico when we send the planes, the hundreds of thousands of pounds to our people in Puerto Rico. And I want the pastors to come on here. I want the people, because it wasn't just Fat Joe, it was all of us together. And it's been 3 years. And Ruben, we ain't got enough time right now to go into that. We'll be doing the injustice. And Crazy Legs will be coming back next week talking about how he put all the water towers on everybody's house and continues to do that. Ted Smooth, I don't see you. Ted Smooth, I gotta run. Yo, set that up over there. You gotta set this up over there. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna be a bobblehead on the finals. The Heat, Lakers. You know how you look on the crowd and there's a dude going like this laughing? It's me. And no better way to go on there than to support my brother Styles P and his wife's company. On my chest. Oh, I push the culture. I push the culture all the time. That's what I do. Mommy, could you give me some wild cherry Pepsi? How was your day today, babe? You look like you had a hell of a day. Yeah. Happy Friday, Wild Cherry Friday. You look like you just fine. Yeah, you sure having a great Wild Cherry Pepsi. Yeah. Go ahead. Mama Silvers, what's up? Oh, yeah. She had a good time. We hear her voice. That means she turned up. You sure you on Wild Cherry Pepsi or you on Ciroc? Which one you on? Because you when my people, they know they on here every day. They know they don't hear your voice. When we hear your voice, we know what it is. Did we throw a candle on? And maybe, yo, I can't find Ted Smooth. I hate this. I keep telling them. Ted Smooth, write something. Ted Smooth, write something. Because I really got to get off. But we want to turn up. Where's Ted Smooth? And so here in the Fat Joe Show, we bring you everything from politics to street, nomics, to success stories, people who matter to us, something that can maybe inspire one of you guys out there and say, you know what, maybe I've been doing the wrong thing. Maybe I should flip it legit. Maybe I can believe in myself and do the right thing. I don't see Ted Smooth. Everybody says he's on here, but I don't see it. Comment again, Ted. This is the biggest show in the game. There's no question. Bringing you the real shit. I bring you the doctors that's in the ground in the Bronx. I bring you domestic violence people that's out there. I bring you the AOCs of the world. This is the real shit in real time. Prime time. We talked about President Trump. I'll tell you a story. All right, Ted, we got to do it tomorrow then or something. Look for Ted. Listen, I'll tell you a story. They want me, they're forcing me, man. Lorena, Richard Barr, they want me to grow the beard. You know, I like it lighter. I like it thinner. They're making me grow the shit. Yeah, Ted Smooth, I see you now because you said yo now. I don't know how you be like, yo, I hit you 30 times. I've seen it now because you said yo now. Yo, Ted, you said yo now, and so I saw it.
We gotta get you the
I need glasses.
Some Gucci joints, some Gucci joints.
Some goggle shits. Some goggles.
Gucci.
Straight goggles. I'm gonna get me some shit like this, some goggles. Yo, Anthony Anderson, what's up, my brother?
Yeah, I
need you on the show, Anthony. I need you, my brother, on the show. You come a long way from Scary Movie.
Yo, we gonna just get to the action. What we doing?
Let's
you
get to the
good?
sounds. Come on, Ted.
Put the shit on party mode.
Let's go.
Let's get to the motherfucking action. What we doing? I'm on a cell phone today, no iPad. You know what I mean? I'm on a cell phone. All right, let's get to the action. Hold on. Oh. Can I put the roller skates on? Yo, can I put the skates on?
I was never good at roller skating.
What's up?
I was never good at roller skating. I win.
Don't worry about it. Watch from the side. Don't worry about it. Fat Joe, I had the greatest roller skating jam in New York City ever last Saturday. Oh, it's not a rumor. Oh, it's not a rumor. You know what? Come on. Yo, Fat Joe. No, the greatest roller skating party ever. I'm trying to tell you. Come on. Woo! What are you talking about? Shout to Brucey B. Shout to E. Kim. Shout to Hollywood. Shout to Red Alert. Shout to Ron G. Those are my DJs, by the way. Word. All that damn Kenny Maneuver, Master D. It's the team. It's you. Joe, you want to hear Big Roller Skate record?
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
Hold on. Funny story, Joe. I'm from Wagner Projects in East Harlem, right? Our best friends moved to the Bronx when they first started building houses on Tiffany. Remember Tiffany Street? When it was all hood, they started building houses. And they used to throw these house parties. Yo, I remember I was a little kid, bro. And they had this one party. We was out there trying to battle some dude from the Bronx. And you know what they put on? You know the first time I heard this record, Joe? It was a thing, right? Because I don't know where the fuck I was. I was like 10 years old. But this right here. This right
You heard that?
Shout to the Restos. Shout to the Restos.
Yo,
Oh,
Ted.
Lord.
Ted.
What's up?
When you heard this shit come on for the first time, did it change your life? Were you
No,
like,
I'm telling you right now. The congas, I'm like, how am I supposed to next year boogie to this? I can't battle nobody to this. And then it just started coming in. Lord have mercy. I had a little girlfriend. She was like 12. Pay no mind to her. It was the vibe. No. But this what we do on Friday. We give me that feeling. Pepsi Cherry. Woo! Y'all know. We don't play off a playlist over here. We just rock out. That's work. Shout out to the homie Skip Coach on here right now. Hey, Fat Joe, we got the biggest championship football game tomorrow in East Harlem. The pot is $20, and the side bet is 50 stacks. I tell you no lies. Yeah. I'm bringing a set out. Heavy. Shout out to Pamsy, Call the Mob, Super Friends. Lord. We roller skating.
And Mama
We
used
roller
to say,
skating. Oh. Woo. Oh, shit. Hey.
What you got to say?
Lord.
What you got to say?
yo, Ted. Ted.
Hollywood twin.
It's the sound of Ted Smooth. Yo, bro. Hey, yo, Fat Joe, check it out. Latin Quarters 99, 2000, we doing on Sundays. Whenever I said on the microphone, yo, that 4 train is coming. That 4 train is coming. Lord. No. You remember? My God. We got a party. Ah.
Are we ready? We're here.
Lord. Yo, bro. What are you talking about? Now we moving. Hold on. Yeah, right. Now we moving. Oh.
You got it.
You got it.
You got it.
You got it.
You got it. You got it. I know you got the flow. If you did one thing here.
Now break it down. Break it down. Now let me get this bag. Fat Joe, only some know that many niggas know about this next one. It's a real bass line from 1981. I might take it to a place. You remember? Bass line. Oh, serious type of business. Tell the Ted Smooth what's up. mean, I'm in a different bag today. Let's go. Woo! Oh, man.
You remember?
Hold on. Oh, oh, no. Oh my God! Oh my! Joe, you been to the fun house? You went to the fun house? You was there! You was there! Oh, that little Louis shit! That Jelly Bean shit!
He's a crook.
Come on! Come on! Woo! You know what?
Yo, Ted.
Fat Joe, you know we never did a jumper show. You know we never did a jumper show. Shame on me. Cause you're from the Bronx. And I'm from Harlem. And this next genre of music, that's where it was born. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. No. Rest in peace, Danny Vargas. Oh Lord.
Cocktail.
Devil's Nest. La Mirage. Oh shit. Woo! What we talking about? What we talking about? What we talking about?
The other one is the one is for everybody. Hold on, let's see.
Yes. Which one do you want to do? Which one do you want to do? The Esquire or the game?
Yeah.
Game or wait, you're not put it up there.
Yo,
We're not put it up
yo,
there.
my bad. Cause when this played at the roller skating gym, I should have called you FaceTime. I should have called you FaceTime. I should have called you. Cause Hollywood was there. Brucey B was there. Yo, you want to go watch the playoffs? You want to go watch the playoffs?
I gotta go watch the playoff. Look, I'm not lying. Look
They
at
ready?
everybody. We in the crowd. We in the front row. You see this shit?
I love it.
This how
But
we
check
gonna
this
watch
out.
the
Hold on,
game.
Joe. Hold
I
on.
see
Give
Jesus
me-
and Mero. I see Big Boy from LA.
Yo.
Look at that. Lined up. Amar Shumpert. I mean,
love
I ain't
it.
lying
Hey,
to you.
hold on, Joe.
I'm going to be the bobblehead on the finals.
That's a whole nother check. Hold on. Listen to me. Joe, for the real, you're a real hip hop nigga. I just want to see your face for the next 5 seconds. I just want to see your face.
From the south to the west to the
I love you, bro. Go to
yes, yes,
go
y'all.
get that check. Go get
Yo,
that check.
Ted,
man.
one love, my brother. One love. Wild Cherry Pepsi.
Yo, Wild Cherry.
Wild
Wild Cherry.
Cherry Pepsi.
Dance
Woo!
move, straight face. You remember?
Hey. Cat Smooth, straight face. You remember? One love, my brother. Jeez. Put God first. Believe in yourself. Tomorrow I have that new Fresh Face Saturday where I put them artists on there like 4 o'clock, giving everybody a chance from the penitentiary to the streets, to everybody out there doing their thing. So tomorrow, you want to get in, hit the DM. Y'all know what this is. It's Wild Cherry Fridays. It's on and popping. I'm here, present at the finals. Look, you see Deezus and Miro. You see Big Boy. You see everybody. I'm not playing. I'm a bobblehead in the crowd. I'll see you in a few, y'all. Stay up. The big show. Put God first. Put God first. Shout out to my guest tonight, Cas Marte. He owns a business called Con Body in the Lower East Side. An incredible story. Go on Vice TV on YouTube, and you'll see him. He was a teenager. He was a millionaire hustling. Changed his life around legit. Peace, y'all. Stay up. The big